minutes of grease. I am greasing the front end, getting it ready. Like the first week in March was when we planned this trip. We're like, yeah, we're gonna leave the first week of March. It's gonna be sick. It is now April 1st and our buses aren't quite ready. But I think it's still gonna be good. And if we don't get good powder, we don't get good snow, what does it really matter? It's all about the drive anyways.
I think this road trip's gonna bring us kind of back to what like the 60s were like, and how it used to be road tripping, especially up to Alaska. I've seen some really cool little YouTube videos or just photos of people adventuring in their buses, and yeah, it's gonna be a good feeling, I think, and a really cool one to experience that for ourselves.
There's like a thread on the internet and there's old photos of people doing really cool adventures in their Volkswagens, and I think that's like a really cool aspect of these cars is they're so well lived. I look at those old photos and I'm like, damn dude, the life back then must have been so rich driving this car up to Alaska, you know. I want to live that life. And then it's kind of like, why not? We got the cars, you know, might as well just drive them up there. We're ready. At least this one is. Now time to build a motor.
Yeah, before the trip, the bus was not dialed. I literally take the engine out, pull the transmission. I don't even think the brakes were. I had to rebuild the reduction boxes. So we didn't even do like a little leak down test or anything. We just hit the road.
Looking ready to go. Bus is all packed up. You'll either make it or you won't. I think we're gonna make it.
$60, 70 miles and our axle seal's leaking. She's full, we're ready to hit the road.
Ever since I was young, I kind of always owned older cars, and just driving in general, there's just a sense of freedom for me.
Made it to Cannon Beach. 4.5 hours. It took 7 probably. But we made it. We're here.
As a person, like I've always craved that sense of like, oh, let's go explore, let's go see what's out there, and especially like in an old bus, that just like just amplifies the experience so much.
We made it to Sequim, Washington. This will be kind of our last little coastal stop before we start heading north into the mountains.
And when you drive an old bus, you're able to really lean into whatever might be coming.
No, pretty much there's no syrup. We're just going to paddle, get some exercise.
That you can take time to pull over at the stops or take time to see friends.
Every road trip I have, I feel like it's one of those things I always look back on, and it's like one of the best times in my life, I think.
Upon arrival at our final destination, all passengers must disembark the vessel.
I feel like the journey is now beginning because we're on the ferry and we're going into Washington. We'll soon be in Canada.
I think for a road trip, vehicle choice matters so much. It really dictates what you're going to experience and be exposed to.
It is just wild. Like, you get into a modern car and you don't feel the road. You're not really paying attention to things going on around you or even the car. Like that bus, the smallest hiccup within the engine or the transmission or the brakes, like I would feel right away. Knowing that like that's what everyone kind of had to deal with back in the day, it's just so cool to me.
We are all so desensitized. You don't really stay in tune on your road trip with the exterior, but driving a Volkswagen, you're very in tune. You're part of the world that you're driving through, not just passing through in this warm pod. As you drive, there's so much beauty. I mean, it's pretty crazy, right? You're looking out the view of your split window bus and you're seeing just towering mountains cruise by and you're winding up these steep roads.
It's so beautiful out here. Honestly, pretty unimaginable. Did not expect it to be this breathtaking.
Little top of the mountain service. Let's take a look.
Would you say it's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's insane. It's like Yosemite on steroids. Yeah, it's so crazy. Look at this.
Up there is just, it was so breathtaking. And I was so blown away, and it was so much better than I could have ever imagined, honestly.
Can't really see, it's just kind of the light driving down, eh? My car is soaked. Water just drips in and just leaves me wet.
People are always kind of like, why would you drive that old of a vehicle up to Alaska? Must have sucked driving that thing up there.
Doing some nice upgrades here. I'm just getting so much water. I like to use the term gobs. Just gobs of water coming in.
I'm hoping the saran wrap is gonna block the wind from going through my windows here, but we will find out.
Duct tape saran wrap is what you want.
These are not comfortable cars. They're slow, they're rusty, a lot of air comes in through all different places, water pours into your feet. When it's snowing, your windshield wipers don't work, you have to stick your hand out the window.
Volkswagen, oh yeah.
But I think there's something really special about that and something that you can learn about being in uncomfortability.
Yeah, we were rolling through Smithers. We saw that there's a little ski resort, so we wanted to come check it out, stretch out the legs, get the body moving a little bit, because we've been in the buses a lot lately. We're gonna be in them a lot more. So yeah, we're just enjoying some riding.
We're basically the only ones on this mountain right now, so it's pretty fun just to cruise around.
See how many liters she takes this time. Stopping at every gas station we can find just in case, because it's a little more desolate. But yeah, cranked up the diesel heater. Kind of cold in our little bus.
When you're driving a Volkswagen, breakdowns are inevitable.
Life had been too carefree on our journey. We've got our first problem in a long time.
Oh, just kind of cutting out. Yeah, exactly. Feels like it's not getting enough gas or something.
You might be getting vapor lock, but it seems super unlikely. It's not very hot.
Is that a gear this
It's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Yeah, stop. You're getting solid fuel for sure.
You have to accept that and you have to solve that problem.
Yeah, it's still doing it.
Jesse's bus is really having a lot of problems. And unfortunately, the spare parts he brought were not good and not correct or didn't work, and my spare parts don't exactly quite fit. So we're in a bit of a pickle. I think we found the culprit, but I've said that every time. This could be the culprit. The side of the road again, wiring conundrum.
I always had electrical issues, but I never thought it would get this bad.
Oh man. Your headlights work? Oh, things are taking just a turn for the worse for this boy. There is nothing on there. So Jesse had a valve cover leak, caused him to run almost out of oil. And luckily we just bought more oil, otherwise we would be in the middle of the Alaskan Alcan Highway with no oil seized on the side of the road. So thank goodness that did not happen.
You know, people used to drive these things and adventure and live a life in these things. They weren't just a vehicle, they were, you know, truly a part of life. It was their way to access the world.
We've made it to our first North to Alaska sign, which is pretty exciting. I think we're all a little stoked.
From a young age, I was always drawn to Alaska. I always wanted to see it, experience it.
There's always this place like out there that seems so magical, seems so big, seems so vast.
And especially driving up there, it feels like the Holy Land. It feels like the Promised Land. Like, if only we could get to Alaska. One day I'd love to drive to Alaska. That's what was always going through the head.
I never even thought about like when this trip was gonna end or something like that. I was just kind of like just stuck in the moment of just driving, I guess, you know.
Just more and more mountains started to appear like as we're driving, just a whole like 360 view of just endless mountains. It was like just such an awestruck moment. Oh my gosh, we're in Alaska.
I've been it's been like 5-6 years of dreaming of taking my Volkswagen up here, and it's pretty surreal to finally be here. I mean, you think that you have an idea of how the trip's gonna go, and you think you have an idea of how beautiful it's gonna be, and you kind of like haven't grasped it in your mind, but then it totally is not at all what you thought, and it blows your expectations out of proportion. You're like, man, I knew it was gonna be beautiful, but I didn't know it was gonna be this beautiful.
It's going so good. I would say we're in the most beautiful part of the drive right now. I'm mind blown. Feels like we're back in the 60s.
Alaska is so vast and just endless expanse of mountains, endlessly expanding across the expansion of endlessness. It's so endless how expansive the endlessness is.
It's crazy. You think this drive can't get any more beautiful, and then you hit Alaska and it's crazy. It somehow got more beautiful. We had been so stimulated by these beautiful views, and then Alaska just comes in and it's just on a different scale. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I would say most people think that Alaska, you're jumping out of helicopters, you're going snowboarding down or skiing down these crazy faces.
Like, this trip was never about the destination. This trip wasn't about getting up to Alaska and riding the gnarliest lines. We always knew it was about the journey.
driving our Volkswagen bus up to Alaska to go snowboard. Like that, I don't know, I feel like in the moment I didn't really realize it, and sometimes I don't realize those things. Those buses drove up there, and that's the miles tacked on for them, you know, just like the miles tacked on for us in our lives.
You kind of like sometimes the Volkswagen, like, oh man, screw this thing. I don't want to own it. It's so stupid. Why do I even own this? It'd be so nice to just take a normal car, blah, blah, blah. And you go through that head because it's kind of broken a lot. And you're like, why do I own this stupid thing? But then you go through a mountain pass, like as the sun's setting, the trees are blasting through, and you got the sound of the air-cooled motor. You're looking through the split window, and you're just like, damn, there's no other place I'd rather be than right here, right now, putting along this road. It's just totally different than any other car. And that makes it all worth it. That little just moment where you just like could scream, you're so stoked. It's awesome.
Nice.